Hi, everyone. This is Eve Richards from the Discovery Pod with Eve. We want all of you to have a wonderful holiday season. If you're celebrating Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, wishing all of you a wonderful holiday season with your family. Until then, please check out our special Christmas special. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Discovery Pod with Eve. I am Eve Richards. We've got an exciting show today with someone who is a trailblazer. We'll dive into his background in a minute, but I am joined today by my co-host, Tony Blass, who's an actor, producer, director. He does it all. Before we get into Tony, please make sure you watch us on the Discovery Pod with Eve's YouTube channel, or you can listen to us on your favorite podcast platform. We are available every Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Tony, welcome back. Tell us, what are you working on that we need to hear about?
Well, I'm working on a horror film right now that is premiering around Halloween. And it was my first action sort of horror thing, and I got my head chopped off. So that was exciting. The guy was nowhere near me with that shovel, but I just felt like if I was terrified.
Wow.
But I'm glad I did it, and it's great to see blood spurt out of my neck.
Congratulations.
So
That's
fun.
Incredible. But, one of the things that I really like about the show is it's a beacon of hope for so many individuals across the globe. We bring in thought leaders, actors, people, authors, everybody. And a lot of the stories, I think, would resonate with our audiences because of their journeys. And I think there's something that everyone out there can take out of this. And one of the stories that I'm really inspired by is Tony's weight loss journey. Tony has lost over 85 pounds from when this show we started taping back in Feb. I think it's fantastic, Tony, and you look incredible. It's so inspirational. Tell us, what did you do to lose all of that weight?
Well, I started with what always worked for me. I went back to Weight Watchers, but they now offer Wegovy as part of their process. Wow. So the 1-2 punch of the GLP and the just reasonable eating, writing down what you're doing, it's just worked. And you inspire me so much.
Aw, Tony, it's not me. It's you. Please.
You keep saying that, but it's you.
No. I got to give all the credit to you. It's fantastic. And I'm inspired by your journey. We've got such an incredible episode today with someone who's fantastic. He's inspirational. When I met him, I knew that we had to bring him on. I mean, Daniel DiCriscio. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. But you're going to do the intro. But what I really liked is his journey. He knows everybody. Oh, and did you know he also looks like Fabio, right? He was actually telling us a story about how he was walking through Beverly Hills, and Fabio stopped to actually take a look at him. What a fantastic story. So I cannot wait for us to delve deeper into his journey. So please go ahead and introduce our guests.
Well, first of all, I think Daniel DiCriscio is actually better looking than Fabio. Just because it's,
of course.
I prefer a leaner type.
And a younger, much younger.
Younger. Say
it. Younger.
Yes. And Fab.
A true icon
yes.
of the world of beauty, fashion, entertainment. He has been called the Messiah of Makeover.
Wow. Incredible.
Touched the lives of countless of celebrities, from the fabulous Pam Anderson to Paula Jones. Now this I can't wait to hear about because it's wild. So he's not just making waves in Hollywood, he's making waves in Washington, D.C. and all around the world. So His incredible career spanned the O.J. trial.
Wow.
If you remember that.
Yes.
Groundbreaking makeovers and his award-winning show Trendsetting with Daniel DiCriscio on Amazon Prime. But there's so much more to him than meets the eye. Musician,
Oh my
TV
gosh.
personality, and a law graduate.
Yes.
So
I
if
know.
you ever get into trouble, he can get himself out of it. Daniel DiCriscio, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for that great intro. It was amazing. And you got my name right. Yay!
Daniel, your career is fascinating. You style some of the biggest names in Hollywood and were involved in which Tony just talked about, high-profile moments like the O.J. Simpson case.
Mm-hmm.
How did you first get your break in the world of celebrity?
Well, what happened was I started in New York because I went to Lee Strasberg. I went there and I was on All My Children for a bit.
Oh, nice.
So, and then I kind
Wow.
of piqued your interest, but I was always learning music. I always was interested in music.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I wanted to be a rock star. It's just I liked music. Because when I was a teenager, it brought me out, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you could go in your ears and you listen and you're like, wow, this is another world, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of inspired me to learn classical piano, keyboards,
Wow.
guitar, just everything. So, but then back to New York, so I'm there. And then, you know, I moved out to Arizona after that. Took 2 years off a little bit, went to school there.
Arizona.
Yes. And then I ended up here by accident. I was supposed to go to Japan. So, yeah. And I went to CNN. They offered me a job. I was on you know, when you can walk in and say, hi, are you hiring? Well, that's what it was. Okay, so I walked in and they hired me on the spot. And I called my mother and she goes, no, go back to your hair career. I said, wait, hold on, because, you know, I wanted to do something. So she said, go to Jose, and Jose Bear in Beverly Hills, walk in. If he tells you no, you do what you want.
Yeah.
And I said, no, because I was a natural at this hair career. So I graduated like way ahead of the time of the beauty school, the cosmetology school. And I did that in undergrad when I was in college at night. So thing was, I ended up at Jose. I walked in. The manager said, no, we're not hiring. I said, good, bye. And I walked out. And the minute I got to the door, she said, wait a minute. She said, Jose's here. He said he wants to see you. I said, oh, okay. So I just hung out a bit. And he comes out and sat with me, seriously, and talks with me. And I see all the celebrities already. You know, I even see Victoria McMahon, you know, Ed McMahon's ex-wife. And poor thing. She was my friend, but she's passed away now. But she was great. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And Jose's there with his hat speaking with me. And I'm like, so what do you want to do? And he's like, well, I want you to work for me right away. And I'm like, yeah, but my license is from back east. It's not reciprocal, okay? So he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm like, yes, it does. I'm like, yes, it does. So I ended up redoing the boards out here.
Wow.
And I did just the practical part. So I did that, and I got my thing, came back, and I said to him, I said, is there a way I can watch first? Because you guys do hair so differently than we do back east at the time. Because they were doing those really big blowouts and stuff, you know. So he said, oh, well, assist me. And I'm like, oh, God. So I'm like, great. I have to assist him. First day of work was Sharon, her mother, for me.
Wow.
Seriously.
How fantastic is that?
Yeah, and I told my mother, I said, oh, he wants me to assist him. I said, me being an assistant, because you know the attitude you have when you're younger. You're like, oh, I'm not going to assist, you know. She's like, no, this is a great school education for you. Just take it, you know. So I did. In 3 months I did this. But it was amazing, though. I met every person from that.
Wow.
Every person.
Oh, my goodness. Fantastic.
Then went on to do my own. I became the top stylist in their corporation and up for partnership and all of that.
That's incredible.
But then I got, you know, there's only one queen in the castle. Just remember that.
Yes.
But no, I have to thank Jose for at least giving me the break out here.
That's amazing.
I have to, even though, you know how business can be with people sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, so what happened was I ended up at Playboy doing Faye Resnick and all the celebrities.
Okay.
And Hef and Marilyn Grabowski loved me to death and put me on all the celebrity stuff.
Incredible.
So you're hanging out in L.A.,
Yeah.
Cher and all these fabulous people, and her mother, and
Georgia.
Georgia,
Good old Georgia.
absolutely as fabulous. So, but then somehow you get involved with Paula Jones all the way across the country.
Well, that goes from, okay, you know, Playboy, well, OJ, right? So I did during the OJ trial and all the scandal, I did Kato Kalin for Playgirl, and I did his layout. And then I did, of course, Faye Resnick, because Faye Resnick's layout was not sexy enough for Playboy the first time around. They called me to redo her. So that's what you see is I redid her.
Got it.
She's my first real makeover, to be honest with you, but back then they weren't pushing that out much. So what happened was then Pamela Anderson comes on board because she sees my work. I get a call from them. Then we end up getting a call from Paula. Not her, but her people. I had no idea really who she was because I was so busy then that I was just doing my world. You know, I was just like, who's this now? Okay, fine. So they wanted me to go to the house to do her. So I said, okay, she wanted another permanent. So I brought all this stuff, everything with me. I go to San Marino, this gorgeous, like, palatial home. And she's there with her spokeswoman. And I said, I'm not doing it. The minute I walked in, I looked at her, I said, no, I'm not doing it. And they said, what? I go, no, I'm not doing this. I said, if you want to listen to me, I'll tell you what to do. And they said, I told them my idea. But they didn't okay it. They didn't understand it. And I said, well, you have to trust somebody because you're going down with the ship right now. So, I mean, I'm not trying to help them with their cause because I really wasn't knowing what was going on. Yeah. But I was just going on my business of what I do. So I ended up telling them, if you have faith in this, you just let me do it and just cross your fingers. So they did. Wow. And I turned Paula away from the mirror. I didn't even let her see because, you know, she's like scared and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, you take all that perm out, redo the color, just all that whole thing. But then we had to do a press conference a few days later, and it was in Long Beach, and bam, she walked in, and it was like on the news everywhere.
Wow, I remember you shared that story with me. Wow.
But then I went with her last minute to go to the deposition. She called me, gave me like 4 hours.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, great, we're going to the deposition. Okay. So we get on the plane, we get there, and the stewardess comes up to us because I'm sitting with Paul and her husband and myself, you know, and the spokeswoman's on the other side. So the stewardess walks up and says, Miss Jones, we're about to land. There's a back way to get out because there's all this press. And she looked at me and Paul goes, what do you think, Daniel?
Yeah,
with her southern accent, right?
Yeah, like...
I said, we've come all this way. We're going out the front door. Sorry.
Of course.
I did.
You worked hard to make her look fabulous.
Well, it wasn't for me. It was for her. But the thing was, I let her go first. Let her do her thing because I'm not the type. I'm not looking for that. That's what was wild about it. I'm not looking for that. I was like, oh, if I get a photo credit of it, that's good. You know, photo credit. But the thing was, I get off the plane and she's ahead of me, and there's like throngs. I'm talking to media. Wow. Unbelievable. The thing was, they started writing stories, the Associated Press and everything about me and my look. You know, we got off the plane with his long hair, his leather, this, and and then all of a sudden it went bam, and then I'm like, my voicemail was jacked. I'm talking full from every news outlet in the world.
Incredible.
And I had to get back to L.A., and the minute I got off the plane, I was right to Extra. And that was their top story. So then went from there.
Incredible. That's fantastic. So tell us about your show that you had on Amazon Prime. I mean,
Amazon Prime, that's just right now held up due to, it's coming back. It already won 2 awards.
Nice.
I conquer all the pop culture, internet things that are going on, fashion, trends, anything going on. And I talked about people's looks, like the Kardashians, kind of not just about them, about people who are getting that new body type, and the men with the steroided bodies, and everybody's really into themselves now. So I went out on the streets of Beverly Hills and I asked them also, people in the street, about it, if they would do it, if they would do these new.
Is it episodic? Or
It's episodic. I'm sorry. And then I also had politics I covered, which I was like, oh, this is a racy issue. Okay, we're going to do it anyway.
Politics, huh?
I was like, I had to. I was like, I could do it. So I ended up saying, politics is the new show business. That was my angle.
It's coming back.
And I had David Eisenhower as my guest, President Eisenhower's grandson.
Nice.
And that show won an award.
The one with
the politics. The one I was like, I shouldn't do it, And I'm like,
and that won an award.
Oh, yeah. The Taste Awards, yeah. And the year before, RuPaul won that award, same one I got. So I was like, wow, see, and I stepped over my boundary and the whole comfort zone and trying to be, I didn't get Republican Democrat-y on it. I was just discussing it in terms of how it's the new show business.
Being very objective. So when is the show coming back? You said
it's going to be back next year, totally.
Wonderful.
Totally. Okay. Yeah.
So before we move on from the OJ trial, though, I did want to ask you, you said you styled Kato Kalin for Playboy.
We got his attention.
Well, I'm just curious. I know how women are styled for Playboy, but how did you style Kato for Playgirl?
Buy my book. No, I'm just kidding.
And where is that book?
Well, you can go to my OnlyFans. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a very good question. I like that. That's a good one. Tell us.
No, so
What's the secret there?
The funny thing was after the shoot, we did pictures together, Cato and myself.
So how did you style him?
Oh, how did I style him? Okay. I could be really racy right now. We're not going there.
Go ahead. Right, Roger? Can we go?
Go racy.
Come on, Cato.
Racy.
No, come on, Cato.
Is it okay, Roger, too?
No. But no. Just provocatively styling him without it really showing it.
Okay.
Because he's a celebrity at the time, and we're not showing that, but I have to place things and just like
Tony's laughing.
we have to place things. Just kidding.
Strategically.
No, a little piece of a sheet there, or a little leg up, or But no, he did great, and I gave him more of a windblown, wilder hairstyle, and shook him up, and we put him on the rooftop of the old Bellage Hotel that's now the London.
He was hot.
Oh no, totally hot. If you see the pictures, totally hot.
I thought he was hot.
totally
Like
hot.
there was something rugged about him that I kind of liked.
Yeah,
Like,
and friendly and funny.
and funny. And
Yeah.
So what is he up to these days?
Oh, he's around. He was on Home Shopping Channel and stuff like that. Oh yeah, he's still
He
going.
still got the bleach.
No, well, he has blonde hair, but it's very short now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you've done it all. I mean, your background, it's just fantastic.
But funny thing was with the Playgirl, so the publisher of Playgirl became a good client after this. She became my client. Wow. Then what happened was, she's like, then the owners of Playboy said, you should be in Playgirl. I'm like, oh God, here we go again. It's his shoot, okay?
Yeah.
So, but the thing was, we did a little something, but I want it out.
Did you end up in...
No.
So you did law as well.
Oh yeah, I'm
You're a
very
lawyer.
diverse.
So
Very diverse.
And what I liked about his background as well is like when I watch sometimes politics of Beverly Hills, I think you're part of the city.
Yes, I am right now. And right now, well, last year I was nominated to be co-chair of the mayor's committee that I'm on. And I was shocked because no one told me. And I've only been on it for about a year. And there's other people there who've been there a long time. So there were 4 people they chose, and I was one, which I was like, the heck? So, but I was like, this is cool though, because I like politics. But this year again, I may be nominated. We'll see.
Incredible.
Yeah, but if I get this position, it's 2 years.
Wow.
You go from co to chairman, right, in 2 years.
Are you willing to do
That's what they asked me by this time around. I wasn't asked last time.
Yeah, 2 years. Can you make that commitment?
Hey, yeah.
Do you feel that you are inextricably being drawn into the world of politics despite yourself?
Well, everything's of an interest to me, plus I am. So I even said to the committee, I said, somebody the way I look is something that's a little different for this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like some people are a little scared a bit or they're not sure, but they said they've never seen, this is quote unquote, they've never seen someone who possesses some sort of a personality like I do that everybody talks to. And I said, I didn't. You see that? They said, yeah, we need to create a position for you with that because it's funny to us because we've not seen that.
And you're also a lawyer. Mm-hmm. But
I graduated cum laude.
Yeah, you told me about this. So tell us something.
Because I became a lawyer, because in the year 2000, I was like, I want to do something I've never done in my life that I wanted to do, but I never did. So I was like, I always wanted to go to law school, because after I graduated undergrad, I ended up going to Arizona, doing this and that, and then I went to school there, but not for law school. The thing was, I was like, I want to go to law school. Plus, I was fried from the Paula Jones thing. I was totally fried. I was just like, you don't understand what a scandal's like to go through. It's really heavy.
Yeah.
And I became the winner of that scandal. They had a list in the New York Post.
Wow.
They had, what's his name? President Clinton. Listen to me. What is his name? President Clinton, Bob Bennett, Monica Lewinsky, Al Gore, and me as the winners.
Wow.
And then Paula's team was on the loser side. So I'm like, oh, I guess I can't talk to them anymore. So, but no, the thing was I was up to be spokesperson for the trial. They were going to change spokes because I did such a great thing speaking for her. But back to the law. So I went back to that because I was fried. And I'm like, what can I do to just chill? And I went to school because I thought, let me take my mind off of everything.
Yeah.
And I did. And it took me a while to finish. I'm part-time because I'm working and doing things. But it was the best thing I've ever done.
In Arizona?
No, here.
Oh.
No, here. I did here. Took me a while, but I did it at my own pace. And then right towards the very end, I was told that I was be graduating soon. I said, what? what do you mean I'm graduating soon? I wasn't paying attention because I was just going and then I found out I had honors. So I said, holy cow.
Wow.
What I love about your story is that you seem to feel like you could do just about anything.
Everything.
And
hey, I'm only living
successful.
once. I'm not going to say no. I mean, unless it's something really that I'm going to be like, no, I don't want to do that. But obviously, any opportunity, any rock that I see, I will turn it over and see what's under it. So,
and you've modeled as well.
Oh, God, and yeah, it's an understatement.
You've lived in Europe, Paris. Italy,
I've done it all.
Of that.
Done it all. Done LA Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, Giorgio Armani.
You've got the look and the hair and all of that. It's just.
Well, thank you. But Giorgio Armani, I did a commercial campaign, and David Lynch directed it. Now, it's true. Crazy story, though. Here's another Daniel story. We're going to Daniel stories, okay? So I was working. I was working, of course, and I went on a little break and went walking around with the colorist that worked there with me, and we were just walking around, and this woman came up out of nowhere to me, this like older blonde lady. She goes, oh my God. She goes, we're casting this commercial and we can't find this one type. And I go, huh? And she goes, here's my card. Please go down to this address now. And I'm like, what is this, a joke? Because you know how it is. It's just, you know.
Wow.
So, and I said to the girl that I was with, I said, oh, please, I'm going to, whatever, you know. She goes, you should go. I said, no, I'm not going. No. So she kept on me when we were going back. And I said, really? You think I should go? So I go down there. I walked in. They're like, SAG contract. Seriously. I'm not kidding. Then they're like, David Lynch is directing this. You have to do it tomorrow. I said, what? So I go down. We film it. And it was amazing. I mean, and I had lunch with David Lynch. We were sitting there just talking. But I was a little, what's the word you want to call it? Diva-ish, because they gave me an outfit. And I'm like, no, I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing that. I like this and this. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I'm going to wear this and this.
Well, I'm curious to know, what was your type?
Long blonde hair.
Okay.
Then this look is mine, because I've always looked like this.
Yeah.
I've looked like this since I pretty much got here.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes I get bored. I did cut my hair one time.
Wow.
Big mistake. Big mistake.
Well, could we cut it today?
Yes. Hurry,
Okay,
come on. I'm tired of it.
Scissors, Tony.
We'll sell it on
I
eBay.
don't think you want to do that, right?
No,
Wow.
no.
So what are some of the exciting projects that you've got going that you would like to share with our audience? I know you've always got something.
Well, let me see.
OnlyFans?
Yes, I know. I have to give you my private link, though, because
Thank you.
I only show to certain people. That's it. No. But
Funny.
hey, can we do it? Is this OnlyFans? Let's do it. No. So anyway. But no, I have a music career that I've been doing a long time.
Yeah.
That I actually was on the charts for Billboard and things like that with my song "Take Me to the Other Side."
Oh, wow.
That I write and produce all my music and everything. I do everything with my music. I'm a one-guy person.
What kind of music?
It's basically gay dance, but now it's just dance and with an edge, you know.
Okay.
But it's considered pop, but pop's not the word anymore. Do you know what I mean? But I always throw a little in it, you know. So "Take Me to the Other Side" was remixed by PWL. I flew to London, and that's, you know them. See?
Yeah. Stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was there with Pete Waterman. I'm going, oh my God, I'm sitting here with Pete Waterman, you know, from PWL. So they took on my "Take Me to the Other Side" song. And I was like, wow. And they redid it, you know, reworked the whole thing. And I got a call from the people doing it, and they said, we just listened to your raw vocals. They said, you sound similar to Pete Burns. And I'm like, because they did Dead or Alive.
Right.
And I said, oh, right. I'm just like going, oh, right. Like, you know, and they go, but your vocals are way better than his in the raw. Nice. I said, really? They go, yeah, because they produced him. Like, not to insult him, because I think he's amazing. Yeah. I mean, he's the best. But, you know, that was a big pat on the back for me, because that's a major legend to me. So,
absolutely.
You know.
Incredible. So you've always had a strong sense of identity and uniqueness. How do you encourage others to embrace their individuality?
Well, first of all, you cannot be scared to be anything you want to be. Don't be afraid to do it. Step out of your comfort zone and just do it and be confident about it. Everyone says confidence now is the big, like, boring word. Yeah. But the thing is, even if you're not confident, it's like I heard somebody say it's a false confidence you put on, but I don't. Mm-hmm. I'm just confident with myself. I know who I am. So I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm better than you. And all. No, that's not me at all. I just know who I am. I know what I look like. I know my faults. I know everything. Yep. So, you know, somebody could be like, why are you not wearing a shirt? Well, that's just too bad, because I don't want to wear a shirt. Yeah. Okay. And I'm not picking on you saying, why are you wearing this? It's, yes. You know, but they want to come at you. So, you know, I'm not like that. And the way I've done my career, whether it's the beauty or any of these careers, I'm very straightforward, and I kind of shock people because I tell the truth about things. I'm not playing games. I'm not going to kiss your butt about your shirt or, or even your outfit. No, if I like it, I'm going to tell you. Yeah. And it's the real.
Wow.
Yes. Well, this just seems like you could do anything, and you have done anything. Is there anything you still want to do that you haven't tried yet? I mean,
Well, back to the music. Hold on, back to the music. Okay, I'm doing the whiskey on my birthday, January 26th. I'm headlining again. Oh. So, and I've already done the Viper Room a couple months back, headlined, which I never thought because I do rock and roll. So I'm not doing rock and roll. But anyway, so there's going to be a big party, supposedly they're throwing, and I'm going to be... That night's mine, January 26th. So 26th. Anybody out there want to come?
At the Whiskey A Go-Go.
The legendary Whiskey A Go-Go.
Legendary on Sunset.
26th.
January 26th, 2025.
Wow.
Yes, and I'm 25. Yeah.
25 forever.
That's the problem. Every time I say my age to people, I'll be like, oh, I'm 25, joking, right? They go, no, you're not, because I heard your stories. And I go, great.
Knowing that you've been in the industry for quite a while, speaking of resilience, and I'm sure you've faced challenges in your career. Can you share a time when you had to overcome a major obstacle and how you pushed through it?
Oh my God, I'm gonna get emotional. Wait, hold on. Okay, no, okay, let's say law. Yeah. Okay, you have to understand, I've been this beauty career and all the entertainment stuff, and even though I went to undergrad, and I'm very, smart. What's the word? Okay, you say it. I don't want to say it. It sounds pompous. So, okay, but the thing is, that's true. I don't like to say that.
Thing, smart.
You say it. It's better. Smart. You all tell me. No, so the thing was, when I went to law school, my first class, this is a true story again, I was nervous because everybody looked that type in the class. They did. It was a type. You know how people, I'm like this, right? But I pulled my hair in a knot and I tried to be a little more.
You're more...
I'm more flamboyant looking, right?
Yeah.
You can see me in the class. So, of course, I'm in the front row. Of course, I'm not in the back row. I'm in the front. So I'm sitting there my first day.
In a law school where everyone's
sitting there
buttoned up. And
no, they're all buttoned up with short hair, all tapering. And I'm just, the women are like more conservative. Everyone's conservative. In walks the first professor that I had. Get ready for this one. She looked just like Pamela Anderson from Barbed Wire.
Wow.
I'm talking gorgeous, though.
Yeah.
She had a tight white sweater on, double D's, okay? Now, 3/4 of that class got up and left.
What?
Because of the way she looked.
That's true. I swear on everything. I was sitting in the front row. All of a sudden, I hear this, these grumbles. And then I see people get their books and get up, and they're mad, and they walked out. And I sat there, and I was like, wow. It's like 3/4 of the class is gone. There's like 7 people here, right? So I'm like,
wow.
She just put her books down, started speaking, her platinum hair and everything. And I thought she looked great. I was like, she was great. And she's a doctor, right? So I'm like, God, she's great. And I'll tell you something. I told her at the end of my whole thing when I graduated, I told her she was the best professor I had at that college, at the law school.
Incredible.
The best. And I mean it. She was the best. Everybody else goes by a book or whatever. She really taught.
I like that story because I think this is something that I've talked about. I dress a certain way not because I want to be flamboyant. It's
right.
who I am.
Yes.
But I think sometimes people may think I'm a little bit out there. It's not about being out there. It's who I am. And that's such a great story about how people sometimes stereotype.
And don't judge a book by its cover.
Don't judge a book by its cover, right? Because it's one of the things that people always say.
Well,
that's such a great story.
Yeah, it's a true story. And I told her, because we became friends, and I told her she was the best professor I had there. And I meant
Incredible.
It. I learned. She made me want to stay. And she really taught me, because I was a little afraid. I'm like, am I going to learn this? You know how you feel, a little insecure. Yeah. And it wasn't because how I looked. But the thing was, she didn't let that stop her, and she...
Good for her.
And
I love that story. That's such an uplifting story.
And it made me feel good because I'm so used to that from Pamela Anderson working with these people that I was like, oh, this is familiar to me. So I was like, this is great.
No, it's such a wonderful story because it just proves it's about resilience and also about... This is what we talked about in the show earlier as well, about authenticity and being who you are.
Yes.
And that's what I really love about you, and I connected with you on that. Wow.
But I also think it's great that she is a doctor, right?
Yes.
She's very serious. She's obviously serious. She doesn't have to prove that she's serious. And I wonder if sometimes, and I would ask this to both of you, if you don't feel like maybe when you're having a little more fun and creativity in your look, that you sometimes worry maybe that people assume you're not serious.
Oh,
And I know
totally.
you both
Of course,
are.
totally.
But
Totally.
Yeah.
No, because you know why, I'll tell you. For me, this is me. I'm not putting on a facade. I'm not trying to be outlandish. I'm not trying to do anything. To me, because I create looks, right?
Yeah.
I look like this. Well, I was preppy in high school, right? Of course. So, I played football and whatever. Thing is, I've always had this thing. My mother pulled it out of me too, because when I did my first music video, Take Me to the Other Side, it was a little over the top. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to send this home, and I'm wearing like S&M clothes, this and whatever. So I sent it home, and I was scared to call. I'm like, what's up? Hey, And she says to me, she goes, Daniel? I said, what? And I'm like, oh God. I'm like, what? And she's like, you're finally Daniel.
Oh.
And she goes,
Wow.
and I'll tell you something. You could be sexier than that and you could do more. Wow. And I said, wait a minute. I was like,
Mom,
that outfit I got from the pleasure chest. Okay.
That's incredible. And for me too, I use fashion to tell my story.
Yes.
I use fashion to...
We're our own art.
Yeah.
We're artists, per
That's
se.
what I use. And so I dress a certain way based on how I feel. It's not because I want to be out there.
Or
Fashion
different
tells
or
me-
stand out. It's not even about that.
It's not even about that. I
No.
don't need to. It's just who I am. And fashion for me is just... It's a story that I tell. It's about my journey.
Here's a story. Okay, I opened for Grace Jones at Paramount Studios, right?
Wow.
So-
What hasn't he done?
Oh.
Oh, I know. And she called and wanted me to open for her, which I was like, wow. So I ended up doing it on the big tank lot at Paramount Studios, right? So I went for the sound check.
Yeah.
They sent a car. They bring me in. But it was in the afternoon. And I was at the pool in the jacuzzi. So I just pulled my hair back in a bun because I was all wet. Threw shorts on, these jean shorts with a tank shirt on,
Wow, I gotta look for pictures of that one.
they're not going to find them because the concert you'll find. Me in that outfit, I went to rehearsal. No. So the thing is, I go and I'm like, put sunglasses on, a little roll, play the role a little.
Yeah.
But I have shorts on with Doc Martens and a tank shirt. And I don't dress like that, really. I don't do that. So I show up and the promoter goes, oh, hey. And I was like, why is he going like, oh, hey? Like he stopped. And I'm like, what? What's the matter? He goes, you're not going to look like that tonight, are you? And I was looking like any dude you'd see. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to look like this. What, are you kidding? I'm like, no. So then I show up, of course, just like me.
Yes.
Okay. And this is me, though. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
I would never perform like that or do anything. I wouldn't even want to go to the store like that. Seriously. I'm just like, anybody could do that. So the thing is, he was shocked because I couldn't believe he said that to me. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, that's bad, though?
Yeah.
What if I did show up like that?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
let's
would
be real. But I blew it out of the water, so it doesn't matter.
So many people around the world, struggle with self-image and confidence. As someone who's helped transform, so many lives, what advice would you give for anyone who's struggling?
Well, it's hard because a lot of people can't believe in themselves. It's hard. You really have to know who you are and believe in yourself. And you have to take the chance and know there's going to be a repercussion. You have to know that. And you can't be afraid of that. You can't be afraid of going into a restaurant and somebody saying, oh, you're not wearing a shirt. You're not wearing a shirt. I know I'm not wearing a shirt. What, do you think I'm stupid? Do you know what I mean? It's like you have to know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Don't be like going into it cold and being shocked. And then scares you and makes you go back 10 spaces. Because the thing that makes you unique and one of a kind is breaking that boundary.
Yeah. Incredible.
Totally. And I'm not trying to break a boundary, but I have, and I didn't even know I was doing it.
Yeah.
So
there are some fashion trends that may be possibly a little harmful in terms of social media. Could you tell us about what ones?
What are you trying to tell me? What?
I don't know, bamboo.
I am really. No,
These,
well, it seems like less is more now. Everybody's like a little less is more, so which is fine. But I think again, a smart person can get along with anybody, and you can also wear things that are going on today. But you also have to understand today the age now is ageless.
Yes.
Okay, which is a good thing because we're all 25.
We
so,
We are.
but Yeah, sometimes, yes, we are.
Roger is like, yeah.
Roger's like, no. He's like, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
25 forever.
Of course. That's, So, the thing is, you have to also, what's funny? I'll tell you what's funny about being a certain age is, like, I was just in Pebble Beach.
I saw the pictures. I love Pebble Beach.
Okay.
I think I commented on, I love Pebble Beach.
Yeah. And so I'm at the lodge and all that,
Yeah,
right? So,
the lodge. I've stayed at the lodge.
Yeah, me too. So the thing was, of course, I've done it all, but you go there and you're like, okay, what do I have to do? Put the Izod shirt on? Like, I'm saying?
One of those preppy
the golfer
places
thingies,
as well. You're right. Yeah.
No, I just was like, screw it, I'm going in like this, and that's it, because this is me. And you know what? It worked out so much better when I walked in like this. The response for people. That's why I'm saying don't be afraid to step over your boundary, but you have to be ready. You can't be like thinking you're going to win all the time.
Of course.
You have to know.
You're right about that because, again, I think fashion is not about trends. I think, as you said, you just have to be comfortable with whom you are in your own skin.
And you have to know. It's kind of like when you drive a car and you're supposed to scan the road.
Yeah.
Well, you have to do that with yourself going into places. You have to scan it. You have to be ready. And some people aren't. They're like...
Because you scan the room to see, what am I walking into? Because some people are more receptive. I remember once I was attending a party in Napa at a golf course, and you had all of those very conservative-looking people.
Yes.
And here I am going in with a dress, which was beautiful dress, very expensive, but, it was a dress that was a dress.
Yes.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Everybody looked at me like, who's this person? Because everyone was so conservative in suits. But I'm not. I was just being me. I didn't feel uncomfortable. I just had to be me because there was nothing wrong with what I was doing.
And what did I say earlier? A smart person can get along with anybody.
Yeah.
Okay?
I spoke to them. So you're right.
Because I can get along with anybody.
Yeah.
I don't care who they are, what walk of life they are. I can get along with them. And it's not about me going, oh, you're not this, or oh, you're... No, we're all people, and you just got to get along with each other. And if I saw you, I would be like, wow, she looks great because it's you.
Yeah.
It's not about you looking like her. I don't care about what she... That's great.
Yes.
She looks good too, though, And it's the way people want to be themselves. That's what makes us unique.
What's next for you?
Oh, my God. What's next for me? What could there be? No. Roger, help me out.
Roger, it's like you've got everything going for you.
I don't know. There could be more. There's always more. I believe. I think until the day you drop dead, you got to keep doing more.
Well, besides the show that's coming back next
Oh, no.
year,
I mean, I have. Well, honestly, I do write for a pet magazine as well.
I was going to ask you, have you written a book?
That, I'm God, we're on that now. I forgot about it. But yeah, the book's done.
Wow.
The book's done. Yeah.
Is it out?
No, it's not out yet.
My goodness, you're going to have so many hyphenates.
Well, the chapters got bigger and bigger from the publisher. I was like going, wait, we started with how many chapters? Now because so many things I've done, but but it's going to be good. It's going to be a good one.
But you come from such an incredible family. I think you should share with our audience because your family lineage. It's just fantastic. If you, I don't even know if you want to talk about it.
Oh, you mean
you can go a little bit into his background. He's got an incredible.
Well, let's just say, like, my neighbor was Biden growing up. Okay, there. No, it was. It's true.
He comes from
true.
such a fantastic
and
background.
and my father's. He's one of the top builders. Well, was because he passed away in 2020. He was one of the top builders in the tri-state area. So he was residential, commercial. And funny story was he threw me on a job site when I was a teenager. He called the foreman one time, and he wanted to talk to me.
Wow.
And the foreman says to my dad, he goes, he's walking down the street. He left. I threw the hammer and said, screw this. I'm not doing this. And I walked home because he dropped me off because I was a troubled kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you're not going to drive there because I know you're going to go and not come back. So he dropped me off. And I was like, and all my friends worked for him in the summer, but not me. And I walked home. So the thing was, I'm like, no, Dad drives around. How come I'm not driving around?
Wow.
Like that,
Yeah.
So.
And your sister is married to a billionaire or something,
Yeah,
right?
he built Biden's house now, the one he's in.
His sister is married to a
We just drove by when I was back there. Yeah, so.
It's like when he was telling me all about this, I was like, oh my goodness.
And then to make it more divisive, I shouldn't say.
You should.
Oh, you should.
No, because we're getting political.
Spill that tea.
Wasn't I just somewhere? You know where I was.
I know. Go ahead and share.
Well, I've known him too.
You go ahead.
My parents knew Donald Trump too. We've known them
I
all
was
because of
waiting for
Atlantic City.
construction
I
in the
know,
tri-state
right?
area
Yes,
to lead to that.
exactly.
I went to Atlantic City High School when I graduated. That's where I went. But I also went to Brandywine, which was where Jill teaches. So that my whole family went to Brandywine. But I was like, I can't go to this school anymore.
And
But
you
anyway.
spent a lot of time in Florida.
Oh yeah, down Palm Beach.
Palm
So I
Beach,
was just
yes.
oh god.
So-
See,
wow.
this is it. I'm canceled right now. Okay, I'll never work again. No, I don't care.
You
The
renounced
point
it
is,
all, and that's
I don't
okay.
care.
I mean, we're basically
No, I was
we're very
invited
objective.
down.
And also, Donald Trump has always been very objective, and
He's divisive in a way with people. So you
just
know,
recently though.
recently he was
Yeah.
always. You know what? When I was in high school, a friend of mine was the money person in all the casinos that he had to deal with. So when he ran for president, I called them. I said, "What do you think?" Because everybody's going crazy hating him. And they said, "No, he's really not. He did this. He did that. Da, 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 da." He turned that city upside down and made it like a big success back then.
He's just a smart guy.
Well, but everyone has a bad side. I can tell you some stories about Biden I know from my dad and his business because Biden hired my dad's company to do real estate ventures.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't build. My dad did. So there's stories. But that's, nobody cares. They just want to hear about it right now. So,
Yeah.
but and I'm not downing anybody. I don't really care because I'm me. I'm not going to say, I'm here or I'm there.
Yeah.
So don't do that to me.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
But I was at Mar-a-Lago,
I know that.
Yeah.
The time has gone by so quickly.
Has
And
it?
It has.
We just started.
Well, and
just
there's so many
literally
more
started.
stories. There's
So we're-
so many more
We're
can
down
hear.
to the 2-minute mark. So the last question is, if you could have dinner, you know everybody, but if you could have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Okay. Me, myself, and I. No.
I
No.
like it.
You, and you. There we go.
Oh my
yay.
gosh, that's an easy one. Oh my goodness,
Thank
Daniel.
you.
This has been fantastic. It's been such an absolute pleasure having you on. Tony,
Avra, right?
what an amazing, what an incredible episode this has been with Daniel, right?
Absolutely. Another amazing, inspiring person. I just love the fact that you can do so many different things and be okay with that. And that's exciting.
Daniel, please share your Instagram so people know, how to follow you on Instagram and all of that.
Yeah, all of my social media is my name, Daniel DiCriscio, and my website is danieldicriscio.net, and all my music's on iTunes, Daniel DiCriscio, and go to the Whiskey website, get tickets, come see me on my birthday, and come say
course.
hello and party with me and have some cake and everything.
And his birthday is
January
26th.
26th.
Daniel, thank you so much.
I'll be there.
This
Yes.
has been such an inspirational episode. And folks, please make sure you tune in on the Discovery Pod with Eve's YouTube channel to watch this incredible episode with Daniel, or you could listen to us on your favorite podcast platform. Roger Neal, thank you so much for executive producing this interview. Of course, Tony Sweet and his team. Thank you for all the
Yay.
amazing Anton work. Oh my goodness, Tony Blass, for all the amazing weight loss and all the inspiration that he's doing to the world. Again, thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you watch us. You never know who's going to stop by next week. Until then, see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.